and we are back. We got one more thing that we got to chop it up about real quick. And now that the All-Star break is over, now that we're getting into the in-depth part of the NBA season, we got to discuss who do we think is going to be the next face of the league. Me personally, I've been seeing a lot of people talking about these guys that are right in their prime. But for me, I think it's going to be a guy who's not even in his prime yet. So that's why I'm going with Paolo. I think Paolo's going to be the face of the league. He has that similar frame that LeBron has. He also has similar capabilities, and he has the ability to also take over a game. So I think it's going to be him and not these guys that we're seeing already have a couple of playoff losses, a couple of conference losses, guys that haven't really even gotten their not nor an MVP yet, but they're in their prime now. So it's like I think it's a guy who isn't there yet. And we gotta wait and see, because if not, it's hard for me to say the face of the league is going to be somebody that's either right at their prime or on the back end of it, because how long would they even be the face of the league then, if that's the case? So how do y'all feel about that? Bless you.
Just for clarification, like who are these guys you said they in their
A lot
prime?
of people, Luka, Shy,
Okay,
Jason Tatum.
okay.
Well, Giannis is at the end of his prime because he's like right at 30, I believe.
If
And
Jason
then
Tatum not the face of the league
it's
as of
not.
now, I don't think he gonna be the future face of the league.
Exactly, because it's like they gave him that way back then, and they didn't.
Yeah, he had.
They gave him
Well,
the
first,
conversation back then.
first let's. Well, what about the prime thing though? Like prime ends at 30.
No, I'm saying back end of your
He
prime is
still
at
got a
30.
chance
I
to
would say like
ascend,
your back, like I'd say
but
your
I don't
prime is
see.
like 27 to 30,
I,
and then 30
what,
to 32 is their back end of your prime. Those are 5 years
So
of a prime.
like
I would say.
Luca, I want to say is like 24.
He be playing like he
That's
29, 30,
that's
like he only
that's
got a few
why they
years left.
say
So
that's why they
okay, I
say
can
it
give him
I
that.
think
about.
Luca
You know what I'm
could be in that
saying?
conversation for the face of the league because he's more international, so you can market him to a broader demographic. He has,
Yeah,
he's
24.
cocky. He has kind of that Kobe s
Man was
like
born in
I never
99.
back down. So I think you got to put Luca like in a like away from that old passes prime or in his prime right now. Like
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I wouldn't say that they're past their prime. I would just let me not use the term prime. I'll say they're past the time of when they should have taken that like face of the league
when I
title,
say
because he's had talks for the past couple of years. So is Jason Tatum. I know Jason Tatum's around that same age too. He's just been in the league
Yeah, I
for a
want to
while as
say
well. So
Tatum.
it's
But
like I don't
with
even let me
Jason
not use
Tatum,
age,
Jason
and let me
Tatum don't
use how
seem
many years
like
you've been in the league.
with Jason Tatum, he don't seem like that super like big of a like personality, like marketability wise, like he kind of just he
Jason
get his
Tatum to me give
bucket.
me T Mac.
Yeah, he don't give me T Mac. He don't give me like a Melo. He's a great player. He's a superstar, but he just far face of the league, like Jamel
I
said.
would put him at the mellow. I would put him at like a mellow-ish level. Because like he gonna be in the mix, but he not gonna be the face.
Yeah, he
Because
gonna be in the
like
mix. He
mellow,
always gonna be in
like
the
and
conversation.
some people gonna like back him, like stand like bro, I'm a Jason Tatum
Nah, this
fan.
my
You know
guy.
what I'm
Like,
saying?
yeah, Jason Tatum, like
And that's
that
how they
my
used
guy.
to do Mello. That's how they would do
Hmm.
Mello. Like they like nigga Mello,
I can
fuck the
see that.
Knicks.
I can see that.
Mello,
Yeah.
like and you like, bro, he played
Oh,
for
you
the
talking
Knicks.
about Melo? You
Like
talking about Hoodie
you
Melo?
feel me? But I do all right. So when it comes to like, because I see what you're saying, I think it is included, bro. Like for example, when you go to like I want to say Giannis is maybe like 27, 28, or like Devin Booker. I want to say Devin
Devin
Booker.
Booker, yeah.
How
Probably
old is Devin
27, I
Booker?
believe. I think he's 26 or 27.
Devin Booker, let's see, he was born in 1996, so he's 27,
Oh, so yeah,
27
yeah.
years old. So he's walking into that right now, but we can't necessarily say, hey, you're about to take the throne because you're only going to be in the league for another 5 years. You know what I mean? On average, we know for a fact you'll be in for another 5 years. Maybe
Minimum.
you can stretch it to 7. Maybe you can stretch it to
Yeah.
10. Minimum 5 years, right? So I do think when you're looking at like a Luca, you're looking at like a Anthony Edwards, you're looking at I don't think Ja or Zion. I don't think either of them. I think they're both injury prone, and we're gonna
Same for
Yeah,
LaMelo. So
continue to
LaMelo
see
as
like
that.
that
well.
staying power.
Same for Melo, for LaMelo as well. those two, Anthony Edwards and Luka, I kind of put them there, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Right now, I got to side with that boy Wemby. I got to, bro. Like a triple double with 10 blocks. Nigga,
Rookie year.
if you do that 3 times in a year, bro, we about to be like, what the fuck? So, and this
That
is
is
rookie
crazy.
year. You know what I'm saying? And he almost had a quad. So, like, it's just wild, bro. Like,
That is
I'm
I
not
gotta
gonna
give
lie
it
to you. I was gonna
Pause.
go Ant-Man, bro. I was gonna say Ant-Man, face of the league, because he's relevant. He's young. He ain't really done nothing yet. Like, so
I
he
agree.
could he still got to go to that next level, and he just got that it factor.
He do.
Like he's entertaining basketball. Like I ain't gonna lie, if they put the Timberwolves on TV, like I want to watch that. Like I'm
Legit.
trying to go. Like so, he's electrifying. You know, he got that swag, and when he do interviews, he got that personality, and he you know he just like kind of like the same thing that got Jaw started like electrifying the league. He a high flyer. Like typically high fly, like you gotta look at D Rose, Wade. Like historically, the high flyers been the ones that like they put on the commercials. They put, when it's come playoff time, they know how they show the montage of the clips of the different teams. Like those are players they flash, and I feel like like he's if not number one, definitely number two, like as face of the league.
Right. Now, I
Yeah.
do think he got to win, though. He got to
I
win.
think he has to
He
win
got to
too.
start winning.
Yeah, he has to
Because
win.
And I think that's gonna come.
Yeah.
They got a night.
because
And one thing,
he's
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, because like if you look at like a cold trajectory, or you look at like, because we're gonna use like the people who were stars of the league. You look at Michael Jordan, you look at LeBron, like by their second, third year, they were starters in the All-Star game. That means something. They were all NBA. Those
Yeah.
two things right there mean something. And yes, he did get voted as a reserve, but what is this? He was drafted in 2018? Or no, not hell nah. I'm tripping probably.
He was drafted 2020, 2021.
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah. So you know what I mean? Like this, I want to say this is like his third year in the NBA. That's what I want to say. And so that being said,
Yeah. Yeah, I think his first year was that like COVID year. Not the COVID where it happened, but like the COVID where we have not the full stands.
2020, yep, 2020
Yeah.
NBA draft. So
Yeah.
like that first year. So technically this is second year. You know what I mean? Because that first year was kind of like niggas really wasn't playing like that,
Yeah.
But so I just want him to, I want to see winning.
Yeah. I want to see winning. And I think the only thing, because I do like he's marketable in terms of his swag and all those other things. If I look at who used to be the face of the league, clean cut LeBron, 20 years in the league, no controversy personally. But he's kind of had
Ant
a few years ago, he had the situation when he was filming somebody and he said something that some could say was homophobic. So you had that doesn't go well with certain people in the community.
Yeah, sure.
And then recently he had the situation with the young lady about that, and that's a huge topic as well.
I think
that sparks a lot of debate. So it's like
argument for Luka.
that's too, yeah, that's what I was saying. I like at least with Luka, there's no controversy.
But
so
can
far.
you sell Luka?
But it's like Ant has the marketability with the swag, but he has the previous controversy.
You could sell Luka.
Luka has no controversy, but can you sell him?
Like, bro, I went to the Mavs game, the Mavs versus Hawks, and I was like, I'm going to go see Kyrie. I want to go see Kyrie. And then in the next breath, after I seen that Kyrie was injured, I said, well, shit, I guess I can see Luka. That's some legendary shit potentially, but and then the nigga goes and drops 74. So you're not really selling. Like, I know he has the ability to do this already. Like, I'm about to go see some legendary shit, but what
and
made
also
me
too, like just like y'all said, are they winning? Like Dallas Mavericks, I don't think they're gonna be pretty relevant. Like
I I don't think that they are. So I don't think Luka can necessarily take that throne. A lot of people have been saying it. I think Luka gonna be as far as a Dirk was. You know what I mean? In terms of he's gonna be a sensation, but is he gonna be the face of the league?
He could be the face
I
of
can't
international players, the way
Right,
Dirk was.
right.
Dirk
Like
was
how
that
Dirk
guy when
was.
everybody said, "Who's the
In
best
the lane,
European
he gonna
player?"
have his own
Dirk.
lane.
You
Or
had
Gasol.
Yao,
You had
Yao, you had
Gasol,
Dirk,
and Dirk.
So
And it's the same with this one.
That's
It's gonna
how
be
I look at
it's gonna be
Wemby
you,
though. I look at
Luka,
Wemby like a Yao Ming,
Jokic, Giannis,
like a
Wemby.
Tim Duncan.
I ain't gonna lie. The problem with that though is he's already showing his level of markability. But I do agree he could easily like steer to the right and go Tim Duncan. I don't see him going Yao Ming because I do know like France is already backing him. America backs him. Yao never really had America as much as he had China. You know what I'm saying?
I think Tim Duncan is kind of Embiid's route because Tim Duncan, yeah, he was from where, the Bahamas, but he went to college here. Embiid, he went to Kansas. You know, so it's like at least he.
But Embiid is where Frank saying that is out of the showmanship. That nigga Embiid gonna hit you with a in a heartbeat, bro. That gonna hit you with
got you. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so versus like Victor, he can come in, keep his head down, back to the basket, boom, go about my business.
He's a professional.
Tim is the ultimate.
Yeah, because the Spurs are very much like that with Popovich. But if you go over to Philly, just the culture of Philly itself is, I'm like that.
Yeah, my fucking dick. It's all of that. So but I do see Victor still like Victor seemed like he has a personality to me.
He definitely does. You see clips of it. Mm-hmm.
So I think you can sell Victor now.
Who you got, Pat?
Who fucking shoot? I say Victor. I say Wemby.
Okay.
If not Victor and AE. You know what I mean? I got Anthony Edwards as well. I do agree he's had some controversy, but look at what they did.
It's not too major.
It's not too major.
Yeah, it's not too major. And it's early.
It's early. Now
it's
this
early.
Is where
you got it out the way.
What's going to fuck Anthony Edwards up? Well, I think what's going to mess Anthony Edwards up is being an Adidas player. When have we ever seen the star of the league be an Adidas player? Since
D-Rose.
Since the 80s. He was not the star of the league. He was not the face of the NBA. D-Rose. He was everyone's favorite player. He was everybody's favorite player with a Bulls jersey on. The Chicago Bulls. The Bulls emblem itself.
Yeah.
You feel me? So you put one on the back and then put Rose.
Yeah, that's like if LeBron tried to go to the Lakers way earlier than he did now. It's not, he couldn't be who he was. LeBron has to go to the Lakers at this point in his career when he's already got his rings.
Because that Cavaliers 23 just hit different.
Because the Laker logo itself, you know. So
you know what I'm saying?
I see what you mean.
It's one of those things with D Rose. Now, that was a lucky situation, you know, and he was from Chicago. It was a great story. You can sell that. Don't get me wrong. You can market that. But face of the league was always Bron and Kobe at that time. You know what I mean? Like, we were still yearning to see Lakers versus whatever team LeBron playing for. Mm-hmm. You know, right now we're still seeing Steph, LeBron, KD. These are the faces of the league. Even though you got a Giannis doing dominating shit that we've never seen or haven't seen since Shaq. Even though you got a Jokic out here putting triple doubles after triple doubles, we still like seeing it the Russ way. We ain't like seeing it. So all of these things contribute to where it's like, that's why Luka can't necessarily Luka, niggas is trying to figure out, how are you even doing this? You move so slow. You have to see it in person.
Yeah, it's slow. With Russ, it was a quick. You could actually see the numbers. But with Jokic, just it's so slow. You're like, no, fake
it's
stats.
The look.
You know,
stats.
No, I don't know. I think Anthony Edwards is literally gonna be hurt with the Adidas, bro. Who, you know what I mean? Even Kobe had to leave Adidas. Kobe had to leave Adidas, dog.
When he went to Nike, it amplified everything. Yeah, he took off.
Crazy eights, Kobe's eights, no crazy eights and shit. That shit was fire for the time being, but it took off when there was no more being made. When there was no more being made, It's like the Kanye shits. Rick Ross just came out and said it. He was like, bro, when Kanye came out with this shoe, the October's very own, I want to say the all red ones,
The Red
Adidas,
Octobers.
the red Octobers. What are those? Are those
You
Nikes?
said for Adidas or for Nike?
Those are Nikes. Those are Nikes.
Yeah, the
right?
Nikes. The
When
Yeezys,
Kanye
the
came
Air
out with
Yeezy.
that, when Kanye came out with that shit with Nike, niggas was like, yo, those
Changed
cool,
the game.
but it changed like but the only people who had it was like niggas who knew about it, right? It didn't become this legendary shoe until Kanye left and went to Adidas. When Kanye left and went to Adidas, niggas knew them shoes was never gonna be made again. And then everybody started appreciating it more. It's the same thing like we say with like our players. They're not appreciating.
Nah, the colorway, it wasn't even a Red Octobers that really. I don't know what you're talking about. Cause when the Yeezy dropped, when he said it,
Oh no, it dropped him.
That shit knew he was about to
the Yeezys drop.
With
He
that,
dropped.
They say that Yeezy, bro. Oh shit! Let me make sure I'm still on here.
Ain't it? That's unfortunate. Where do we
I'm
go?
trying to look them up just so I can try to Kanye Nikes. Yeah, Kanye Nikes. Yeah.
Honestly, I never knew he was with Nike at it.
Yeah, the Nike Air Yeezys. It was like these type of fuck. You can't see a screen.
Oh no, you good. Did you want to share your screen? Let me see.
I'm about to go on my computer and look it up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he back in the building. All right, cool.
But nah, when Kanye said, I ain't trying to stunt, man, but the Yeezy jumped over the jump, man. That's a fact. That was a fact.
That's a fact.
Even before the Red Octobers came out. Even before the
What else? What did?
Even before the Red Octobers dropped, the other colorway, the
Air Yeezys.
Yeah, with the glow in the dark bottoms, man.
Yeah.
The world shook when those dropped, man. What are you talking about?
I ain't gonna say the world shook. I'm gonna say the industry niggas, the niggas who was in the mix, who really, because you gotta understand,
no,
Cooley,
the sneaker
you're in fashion, you're in, so you gotta understand things ain't like you don't eclipse stardom within the group that knows. You eclipse stardom when the niggas who don't know nothing about it, you know what I'm saying? When you start setting trends. Yeezys wasn't trends at that time. The Adidas Yeezys created a whole Roshes, Crocs, all these other fucking comfortable ass shoes that we have now came from the Adidas Yeezys. Literally. Because he came out with a shoe.
The Roshes came out before the Adidas Yeezys.
They did? Because I didn't see them.
They did.
I didn't.
I remember I had a pair in
11th
grade. I had a pair of Roshes in 11th grade. So that was like
2014.
I had a pair in 2014, but I don't know if it was right when everybody had them, but I just remember having a pair in 2014.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, you right. When he came out with the comfortable Yeezys, I see those everywhere.
You know what I'm saying? And and I'm just saying, so yeah, they came out in 2012. The Nike Roshes, but wasn't popular until 2014.
Yeah.
When did the Kanye?
Well, I know Kanye, it had to be before 2016 because the reference that Frank made with that song was from that 2016 album. So I think the Yeezys came out 2015 then, like a year after that, I think.
Adidas Yeezys. 2015. The artist debuts his first.
Oh, look at me. I know some
2015,
fashion.
the 750.
I know my timeline now. I know the timeline.
So I mean, I'm off. I'm gonna go ahead and so we fact checking here. That way y'all know we fact checking here. So I'm off. But my point here is
the whole reason why the sneaker gang got messed up was because of the Kanye shoes.
Because of Kanye, you know what I'm saying? But the Nikes though, I didn't know about the Nikes until after. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think I think a lot of people didn't. I'm because I'm a casual. I'm not a sneaker fan, like a overly sneaker fan to that degree in fashion. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But I'm not a hype beast either, so I'm not gonna like.
Stiff, man. But going back to our main point, I feel you on that. Like, he's a Adidas athlete. I definitely feel you on that, and that's unfortunate if that's the case. But that is like that's a fact.
Even the damn jerseys is Nike. Like, I just looked at the Clippers new things that they just came out with. They got Nike, and a Jordan jersey. Where's the Adidas jersey?
Yeah.
That's just fucked up. Like, you know what I mean?
They don't have the deal with
They the
that.
same
Yeah.
company.
So, you know, that's why I say that. You know,
Yeah.
I just
So
think
that can help. I mean, that could hurt him in the long run. So we would have to see. I don't know. Any other players that you all think that could possibly be the possible face? Because I really it's just down to those few that you guys named, and then yeah, just the newer guys. If in terms of guys that have been in the league for a minute, or I would even say a minute, I would say Luka out of the guys that's kind of been in for at least more than 4 years, and then under 4 years, I could say Ant, and then the newcomers, I would say Paolo and Wemby. So it's like those 4 guys possibly. Maybe there's a 5th guy we're not thinking about right now. Maybe there's a 5th guy who is on his way to be.
Maybe there's a 5th out of the 2 podcast members that we're supposed to have here that's not here present, and owes us a couple days.
Oh, okay,
to not have to show up.
Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah,
Right,
yeah. We'll see what they got. If they got somebody who's in the vault that, hey,
and
you know.
Also, I think it got a lot to do with the market they play in. Cause
yeah,
that's a fact.
Like Sky, how you say his name?
Shy. Okay,
Shy. Well, I thought about Shy.
Yeah, I thought about him, but
he's been in the league for a minute.
He been in the league for a minute, and I don't think America, and this is just being real,
he don't get enough airtime.
We're not letting a Canadian run this shit. We're not letting a Canadian, like, it's one thing for a European to come over here, you know what I'm saying? Like Greek and this, that, blah, blah, blah. We share the same continent, my nigga. You will not run this. You will not run this shit. We already gave the rap game up to Drake.
We can't
and you see them niggas barely want to do that. The man is great, and they still complain because he came from Canada.
Yeah,
like, you gotta respect Drake's, and I'm not even a stan of Drake. You just gotta respect the man.
Drake be doing a lot of goofy activities.
Combination.
Does that have anything to do? Does my goofy activity got anything to do with the art that I put out? Because that's what you buy and that's what you stream.
It can, depending. Sometimes, depending on how goofy.
The Ghostwriters, man. When the Ghostwriters came out,
that I remember when that did drop. That did not help.
It really changed the conversation.
And it was around the time he was beat. And it was around the Meek Mill beef era. It was.
I see that a lot, but this is what I got to say about that.
He took off.
That should definitely. But this is what I got to say about that. The Ghostwriters. Bro, your favorite R&B song was not written by.
Okay, but that's the thing. I can equate this to football with the Bill Belichick and the Patriots looking at everybody practices. Michigan looking at everybody practices. Everybody does it. Y'all just got caught. So we gonna discredit you. We gonna discredit the ones that got caught.
Even MCs get borrowed. They get bars borrowed.
Yeah, so that's just how it is.
Bro, go look at the writers' credits at the bottom of these niggas' songs. Every song.
So Jay-Z got ghostwriters, because that's who he compared himself to.
Bro, Jay-Z had niggas in the studio. So this is where niggas is in the studio. Bow. Hey, bro, what you think? I'm trying to find a word to finish this shit. Blah, 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 blah. A nigga could just throw you an idea. That nigga is now owed money because you're using his idea to go make money off of this. So technically, he should be on the thing. But if this is your man's, I'm not about to tell you to put me as a writing credit.
This man,
I'm not going to tell you to do that.
He got versions of his song where a whole artist that originally had the song made a whole song. Like, that's what he got.
Like,
yes.
What's the one?
Nah, legit.
What's the song with
but if you say
and Thames? That song, yeah.
Time, he gave you, like, y'all in the studio, he gave you one line, a couple of lines. Okay, I get that, but a whole song,
right.
like a whole verse.
I can't tell you, like, I'm gonna tell you this. I know that as a fact that is true with Drake. I can't tell you what is true or not true about Jay-Z because I'm not an old, but I can tell you Kanye did the shit. I can tell you Kanye did the shit.
That's why we put Kanye as a producer, artist, creator.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that and give him all
I'm
the
I
never-
think
respect that he-
lately
that
I
he
think lately
gets.
have people done that. I think lately people have done that because of his most recent albums haven't been at the top tier of his rap capabilities. But back in the day, back in like middle school, high school, Kanye was a rapper.
Nigga
But
was
as
a rapper,
as an
and
adult,
spitter,
it's
and
been
this
more
and that.
as an
But
adult, it's
the
been
nigga
like,
was
oh,
getting ideas
producer.
from other people, bro. The nigga was getting ideas and gathering
Yeah,
thoughts.
definitely was.
He was so, and he was selling his fucking verses to
That's
people.
why I say when people talk about the GOAT in rap, like just rapping ability, like who got the best bars, I always gonna say Kendrick. Kendrick don't let none of you niggas write for him.
I can't. How the fuck do you know this? How do you know this?
Cause who's coming up with the shit he be saying?
But why? This is what I'm gonna say to that. I'm gonna challenge that way.
No.
You surround yourself with a lot of like-minded people in a sense where we're all heavily opinionated to the extent where we wanted to come on this podcast, we want to do this thing, we all have like minds in that we're gonna be different about what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So Memphis Bleak, was he not one of the ill spitter?
Yeah.
Why would Rockefeller want him?
I'm gonna go back to the Kendrick Lamar. Like Kendrick Lamar got a whole he got a whole policy like niggas can't come in the studio with him. Like that's a whole thing. Like if you know, you know. Like that's a whole. It went viral on Twitter like a long time ago. Like they dropped like a sign on the.
I seen the little sign, and that was just for that moment. That doesn't necessarily mean that's every time. We don't know that. That's what I'm saying. In a sense,
They did say Baby King ghostwriter for Kendrick. That's what they did say.
And I don't think that's ghostwriting. I think the nigga took ideas from his cousin.
Yeah,
like
I don't see a problem with it. That's one thing. I don't really see a problem with the ghostwriting stuff.
Now, if you a battle rapper, we're doing a whole different thing here.
Yeah, that's
because
I ain't gonna lie,
when you're making albums, this is artistry.
I ain't gonna. Now that I think recently Drake is the GOAT because he went back and forth with J. Cole and he was killing Cole.
Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Like, and I ain't go, bro. Like,
I ain't gonna lie. It's not too many people that could watch J. Cole.
Cole himself, I might feel like shit. Cole might have killed the nigga because Cole himself is like that. So that's why I'm saying, like, man, when it comes to the rap game, like, we can't diminish, you know what I mean, and be like, oh, Drake ain't this. But from where this shit all extended from, niggas is not about to let a Canadian take over the NBA. That's why they dogged Dylan Brooks like that. They like, bro, you not hard. The nigga he's the only agitator that we have right now, other than Draymond, and consistently agitating every start that you can.
His bluff.
And every day they try to call this man bluff because he's from Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's it.
Yeah, that's true. That's the tough thing about it. Yeah.
That ain't tough.
Yeah, so where you're from, possible controversies, winning record, marketability, all those things they factor. That's why the one thing I would say that doesn't help Paolo is you're in Orlando and they just care about filling up the seats because at the end of the day they focus on making money from Disney.
Care about that shit.
Exactly. It's like they like, bro, this is the Orlando Magic is just something people can do while they're here going to Disney World. We don't really care about winning.
Shaq had to leave Orlando if he wanted to be that superstar.
Yeah. Like, and I think Paolo will eventually either have to, or Orlando might decide, you know what, let's actually get him a piece over here and build something. That's the only way I could see it happening for him. Outside of that, I don't see it. I would like to see that because he's one of my favorite young players right now, but we'll have to see.
I think it's interesting you say that. I want to say this last thing.
Orlando Magic's like a small business. Like, you know.
So to your point, literally what I was about to say, Kubi.
It's just a tax write-off. Orlando Magic a tax write-off.
Yeah,
So to your point of that's kind of in reference to what I was about to say, and I think we should dive into this a little bit more. Look at, like, we can look into teams and look at where they are and where they started and when they started. The Magic wasn't in the NBA, and I only heard this on like a recent interview because they was talking about Shaq getting his number retired, and that was like the fourth jersey of his getting retired. But the Magic, they got here, yes, in 89.
Yeah.
So, and then Shaq was drafted in what, like 93, 94?
Yeah, early 90s, yeah.
Somewhere early. So
then Penny right there.
Then Penny.
No, I think Penny was already there.
They got a short history.
I can't remember.
They
No.
basically they got
That's
to.
like back to
Let's
back.
see. When was Shaq drafted?
I think he was 91, and then Penny.
Because it
92.
94 because they went to the playoffs in 94.
So 92, and then Penny Hardaway 93. So
Okay,
back
so
to
yeah,
back.
2 years later. Okay.
So
Well, yeah.
so
next year.
but look at that though. So 92, 93. So 92, and then what is this? 30 years?
Then Howard in
30 years later.
Howard was like 04, 05, or 07 or something.
07.
Yeah.
And then
Aaron Gordon. It's like
But Aaron Gordon, we're not going to even use Aaron Gordon because Aaron Gordon was a star from the dunk contest, not from balling. You know what I mean? So
he a role player.
But it's been about 30 years since Shaq and then today. But they've only been around for 33 years.
Yeah.
In total. You know what I mean? And shit. I'm 25.
You can make the argument.
I'm 25. Like that's 7 years outside of my lifespan, meaning shit, I'm still developing. And within the next 7 years, I would hope there's a lot of things, but then I'm still going to be developing. You know what I mean? And this is a multifaceted billion-dollar company that is supposed to be multi-million.
And you're dealing with guys that have been around since almost 100.
So it's a little hard.
You're not even thinking about the Magic. You thinking about going to Universal Studios.
Yeah, and it's hard. And it's hard to get somebody to really come over there. Honestly, and that I'm really thinking about it. Like, who can? Like, the city. I love Orlando. Every time I go, I love it there. But I just don't know who. And also, just in terms of what free agents, what would fit best with Paolo as well, because of his play style. We're still trying to figure out what is it. Is it because he compares himself to Jason Tatum and Melo, but then I also see a little. Yeah, I've heard him say it. I've heard him say it. But I see a little bit more LeBron. So it's like, I think it's because it's his size frame. And I don't know. Either way, I don't know what would really fit with him. So you said what?
He reminds me more like a smaller LeBron.
Yeah. He reminds me more of LeBron to me. I don't really see.
I was about to say he trained with KD too, so he doing like all type of that shooting shit. No, nigga, chill the fuck out, bro.
Yeah, that's where the Melo comes in the Tatum.
Don't get me wrong, though. Today in the NBA, if you can't shoot, you will have a very, very short career. You will have a very even down to Evan Mobley over there in with the Cavs. Yeah, that man got a nice corner jumper. So that way they can do 4-1. Like, you know what I mean? So I see what you're saying there with the Paolo, but I mean, Paolo need to be with a player like Tyrese Halliburton. And take this from a guy who ran the simulation, because I was on the Magic and I was with Paolo. Paolo can run up and down that court. Now I'm gonna tell you where he fuck up is when he think he can get the mixing. Now don't get me wrong, he can and he will score. Even in the game sometimes. Yeah. But if he has somebody who could literally just throw that bitch up to the rim, he gonna go get it every time. Boom. And he can goddamn last second, he out open for it, like create a double team and then dish it to him. He can shoot. Yeah. He can make the shot.
Yeah, I think that's what they need. They need to move on from the little Cole Anthony. Get him a scoring guard. I don't think they need to, because I like the Wagner brothers over there as bigs. They're good on that.
I like them. Yeah,
they're good. But go get some depth, because then you got the Anthony Black guy coming in for defense. And he's young, but
I didn't like it when they drafted him.
It's hard to really say I'm a drafted guy for defense, and it's like,
but defense and nothing else to his game.
Yeah, it's like you
gotta be a two-way.
You can't kick in the door saying I'm coming here to play defense. No, that's something that develops over you being in the league and realizing you can't score. You don't come in like, oh, I can't score.
They were up about 10 on the Hawks. Coming out of half, it's like the Hawks got serious, finished the game, bust that ass by Dub. That's a 30-point
with no Trae Young.
No Trae Young or Paolo. So no stars in the mix. You know what I mean? Bro, them other niggas ain't got nothing on that team, bro. It's Paolo or nothing.
Yeah.
That's just and that's just a fact. That hurts.
Yeah, because they need to go ahead and try to get Halliburton or some other star guard that we could possibly see go over there.
I'm gonna tell y'all to look. I knew it was the third quarter. Remember I told y'all they was up. So first quarter 22, second quarter 29, Orlando. First quarter 19, second quarter 26, the Hawks. Brother, third quarter, Orlando scored 19 points. The Hawks scored 38. Completely changed the game. They doubled what you scored. That changes the game 100%.
Yeah, that ain't good. That ain't good. They don't really lack a lot of depth nor defense in general. Because Paolo also doesn't really, he's not the best defender either. Yeah. I watched him over the USA series and his time at Duke. He don't be playing no damn defense. So that's where I think that similarity that he describes with Melo and Jason Tatum comes in, because he's not playing no damn defense. I'm letting you know. He said, I'm comparing myself to guys that don't play defense. So when y'all say I don't play defense, I'll be like, who do I compare myself to? I told y'all. This is who I'm trying to be. Just trying to do this and this. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing none of this. I'm not doing that. I can't for that. Nah. But yeah, anywho, we're gonna have to see what the future holds for us. But with that, we go end this episode of Heavily Opinionated. I appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Appreciate all the fans for listening and tapping in with us. Have a good week. Have a good weekend. Stay heavily opinionated. Peace.